Okay, let's add a particle system to the back of our rocket. So click on Assets, go to Prefabs, double click that folder, and then you can see here's the particles folder right here. And I thought a good one to use is this P-flame particle right here. And just grab that out and release in your hierarchy, and you can see the flame appears right here. Now, there are a lot of different things you can do with the particle system, and there's a lot of great videos out there on exactly what each one of these does. But so you can play around with them and mess around with the numbers and see what you come up with. One quick thing that we will do is just going to click on that and change the color scheme of our rocket. There we go, coming out the back. Okay, so what we're going to do first, we're going to flip this thing around. So let's click on our rotation tool right there, and just going to grab, and I'm just going to pull, whoops, pull to the right, and there we go, about like that. And then I'm going to click on my movement tool and move the flame to the back of my rocket, and it actually looks really good as is. Now if you want to resize that, you can click on the scale tool, and I can zoom in even more, and you can click on that little central white piece and you can make it larger or smaller, but that looks pretty good like that, not bad. So now I've got a bit of a problem. If I click play, you're going to notice taking a while to load here, that it stays behind, it doesn't do anything. So we're going to have to parent this and make it a child of the spaceship. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this and put it over top of the spaceship till it goes blue, and then now you can see that this is now attached to the spaceship. So if I click on spaceship and I click on my movement, you can see there's the particle system down there, and you can see that moves with the ship. So now inside my game, whoa, it's really way too big. It looks ridiculous. Huge, in fact. I think we're going to have to size that down quite a bit. So let's zoom out. Let's click on the P-flame. And yeah, what I didn't check is it looks like it resizes when I attach it to the actual rocket. So let's click on this scale tool and let's make that way smaller, like about that. And I think I'm going to move it over just a tiny bit that way. So let's see, hopefully this is a bit more realistic. Hopefully it's not a huge flame shooting out the back of my rocket. There we go. It could do with maybe moving it over a little bit to the right, but not bad so far. Right on. Okay. Now the second thing I wanted to work on was actually changing the font on our UI, our user interface, because if you look at our font right now, it's pretty boring. It's just left. If I click on the left label, you can see there's the text, the type of script, and here's the font right here. It's just using a regular font right now. Now we can change that to whatever we want. It's quite easy to do. If we click on Google Chrome, I'm just going to open this up and make it a little bit larger. Here I'm just going to type in dafont, which is a really dafont.com. Just hit enter. And in here, in this site, there are like tons of amazing fonts. So I'm just going to type in space. Sure, let's type in space and see what it comes up with. And if I scroll down, let's try this one, a space. That looks kind of cool. So all I do is to click on the download. Just wait, and there is downloaded the zip file right there onto my desktop. That's where it's located. I'm going to minimize this and minimize this. And where is it? Here it is right here. Here's the zip file. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to double click the zip file if I'm on a Mac. You will use a different tool if you're on a Windows machine. I'm going to pull the file out. Here's the file folder right here. I'm going to click inside the file folder. And here are the files. So there's quite a few demo files. And I'm just going to grab this one and just pull it. Okay, and so that's on my desktop sitting there. And then now all I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into Unity. I am going to pull that script into Unity. But to keep things nice and neat, I'm going to click on Assets. I'm going to right click my file folder, and I'm going to create a folder, and I'm going to call that folder, oops, there it is right there. I'm going to call that folder Fonts, just in case I have other fonts that I want to use. So I'm going to double click on that folder. You can see it's currently empty. I'm just going to drag this and place it inside here. There it is. Now that font is inside Unity. I am going to go back up to my user interface. You can see here is user interface right here. I'm going to go to my left label, click that once, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this font over. It goes blue. I'm going to release, and yeah, this should change the font in our game. So on the left label. So the left label, let's check it out and see if it looks any different. Give it a second to load. Yes, totally different. You can see the health font has completely changed. And of course, that health font does not have to be white. It can be whatever color you want. So let's go to maybe a red. Let's try that out. See what that looks like. Things are running a little bit slow today. There it is, red. Okay, so of course you can change the font inside your left number. Same thing here. You can change it in your right label. Same thing here, and you can change it in your right number. Okay, hopefully that's been a useful tutorial, and we'll work through some more things in the next tutorial.